everybody, this is Paige from Mosaic Moments, and today I have a new X Factor die tutorial. This is the new 2x4 double X Factor die, and it's really amazing. I'm excited to show you how I'm going to use it today. I also have the 2x2 X Factor and this little corner X Factor die. They are both from the 4x6 X Factor sets. Plus, I am using the 4x4 X Factor die, which part of that will be this frame die. Straightening out here. This is kind of a little bit of how the page is going to look, so you can see how everything lines up. And of course, in that X Factor die, there's also the layering die, so I can fit a 4x6 photograph in that center. Before I started the video, I did go ahead and created this border with the basic dies. Alright, now that you have been introduced to dies, let's get started with the demo. So, as usual, I'm starting with the largest pieces first. This is the 4x4 die from set A, and I'm using it to cut cardstock, and this will be the background for my 4x4 X Factor die. So that was quick and easy, right? Next, I am going to be cutting with the 4x4 X Factor frame die. And again, I am using a different color cardstock. Alright, so I'll roll it through the machine. And as you can see, it's really easy to roll it through. And if your paper gets stuck in that die, you can use a pair of tweezers, poke it through the hole, and that frame should come out in one piece. So that's what you want here, is that frame that sits within the die itself. Alright, next I'm using the layering piece to cut a photograph. This way a 4x6 photograph can go on the page. So if you're not very familiar with the X Factor dies, on the top right corner here I have a playlist, so you can go see more of the X Factor tutorials if you're new to Mosaic Moments and are not very familiar with them. Go check it out. Alright, so now that I have all those pieces cut, first I'm going to lay down the 4x4 cardstock piece here. I put it right in the middle of my grid paper. And now I'm gluing the back of my X Factor frame die piece. And you want to be careful when you're gluing it down. It is a very thin die, so take care to make sure it does not bend or tear. Alright, I'm just sticking it on that piece of cardstock carefully, and that cardstock will be showing through behind this photograph here. And then obviously the photograph fits right in the middle of that. If you wanted your photograph to fill in that entire center space, you would have to use a 5x7, a 4x6. It's not quite large enough. Alright, now I'm going to be cutting with the double X Factor die. As you can see, I have the die facing up, then the piece of cardstock with the plastic plate on top. As you can see, it's very well used. It's very cut up. And this die popped out really easily. If you need to, you can use a pair of tweezers to get your paper out. But you should have a piece like that and cut that out 4 times to create the design I am doing today. So you'll be cutting with the double X Factor die and save 4 of those frame parts. Now I'm going to be cutting the A photograph. I have 4 photographs of shells that are going to fill in part of the space within the double X Factor die. So as you can see, you roll it through the machine. And this time the photo is kind of sticking to the die, so I am using my handy dandy tweezers. A couple of the pieces popped out, which I actually won't need those for my design today, so I can just discard those, but I will need this little triangle. So if any of these pieces fall out, just keep track of where they need to go. And for the most part, when I've cut photographs with the dies, they tend to stick together and it makes it easier to glue down later. Alright, so next, this is the 2x4 die from set B, and I am using it to cut this pattern paper, and this will be the background piece, and it will show through behind the X Factor die. And I cut out 4 pieces with that die as well. So now that I have all my double X Factor cuts done, the first thing I'm going to do is place these background pieces right on the grid paper. By the way, the glue I'm using is repositionable glue from Herma. It's one of our favorite brands. It works really well. And if you're worried about repositionable glue, this brand does become permanent after, I think, 72 hours. And we've had pages that have lasted for probably 15 years at least that haven't fallen apart or anything. So you don't need to replace the repositionable glue with permanent glue or anything like that. The next step is to glue the back of each double X Factor die and then place it on top of the pattern paper cardstock backgrounds, whichever one you're using. So I'm just gluing down a little bit here and there in the corners on the sides and some in the middle. This die, a lot of the X Factor dies, if you've used them before, they're very flimsy and very thin. This die is also very thin, but I think because of all those lines in the middle, it actually is pretty sturdy. So it's a pretty easy one to get on the grid paper. It doesn't lose its shape or get warped quite as easily. As you use the glue, just take your time. Just getting it, like I said, again in the corners, a little bit on the sides and some in the middle. All right, I'm going to speed it up here because I think you get the idea. All right, so I'm going to place this one. And as you can see, it makes a really neat design already. And I haven't even finished the page yet. The double X Factor die. I think it's a great addition to the X Factor family or collection because it adds a little interest. It's very intricate. So if you've done some X Factor pages already and need to, you gotta change it up a little bit, this is a great die to add on to your die collection. All right, now I'm gluing the back of my shell photograph here. I am not gluing the whole thing because I won't be using every piece, and you'll see the end result is amazing. But you can also add the glue just right inside the die cuts itself, whichever way is easier for you. All right, this one kind of, sometimes when I place the little pieces in, it gets in a little crooked and I have to readjust it. But thankfully we have that die frame there to make sure all these pieces are straight. But yeah, that's a common problem I see with Mosaic Moments. Those of you who aren't familiar with the dies, most of the dies, such as the X Factor, we also have the Sweetheart die, the Diamond Mine. A lot of these dies have the frame part. That's what I call it anyway. And some people will just put in the filler part. So that's what I'm putting in now, is those filler sections. And some people don't add the frame and just put on the filler. But just so you're aware, you need to put the frame part on and then you can fill it in, and it's going to be much easier for you. So I hope that all made sense. If not, please leave a question below in the comments. If you ever have any issues when you're using these dies, also please let us know. You can put a comment below the YouTube video or send us an email. All right, so I'm done placing these shell pieces down, and so basically that orange shows through. It shows kind of that triangular shape there. So that's my goal here on all of these portions that are left. So it's really cool. Like I said, I'm not even finished yet. So this is just one technique you can do with the double X Factor die, is filling that space in with multiple different paper colors, or in this case, I'm filling it in with some photograph and some paper. So for the rest of this, I'm filling it in with other shell photographs from this trip. So hey, whenever you're out and about or on a vacation, you're taking photographs, make sure to look up, down, and all around for all these little details. So when you get home, you can create pages like this one. I mean, I've used them a lot. People might give you funny looks because you're taking photographs of funny things. Usually, we want to take pictures of our family and stuff, but I don't know. Here we do it a little bit different and take photos of things like shells and flowers, but they make really cool pages later. All right, so I'm gonna get this last little triangle piece in. So yeah, put that in, and I'm finally done with this side. And I'm gonna speed up the video. Again, you probably get the idea here of basically basically here you have the background piece with the pattern paper, then your double X Factor die cut, and then you're gonna fill it in with photographs. And you can kind of see already the orange paper that's showing through is going to show a diamond shape. And that's what's so cool about this die and this whole technique. All right, so I'm going to fill in this last one with my shelf photographs, and I'm really excited because I think you guys are going to really love the end result. It's amazing. All right, so I have this little last one here, and I'm done. And see, it looks so amazing. Of course, I need to fill in the rest of the page, so I'm going to do that, but that was a little taste of the final layout design. All right, just now I placed the 2x2 X Factor die onto the die machine with some cardstock. This is the same color I cut the other X Factor dies with. This 2x2 die can be found in the 4x6 X Factor die set, by the way. I did mention that at the beginning, but it's not sold on its own. It's with that set. All right, and I have these photographs, and I'm going to cut with this die to make the frame piece 4 times with cardstock, and I'm going to cut four photographs with it as well. And if you're wondering why this photograph's so small, we have our own printers at our office, and we're able to adjust it so the sizes are really small. So if you're doing these kind of scrapbook pages, you may want to invest in an at-home printer. All right, so I'm using the same instructions as the rest of the page. I'm just gluing the back of each of these 2x2 X Factor die pieces here. Again, I'm just putting the glue around the corners and on each edge and those center lines. It's pretty quick to get this one done because it's really small, and again, I think because it's so small, unlike most of the other X Factor dies, it's not quite as fragile. It's pretty sturdy as well. Alright, just taking my time here. Well, I know the video is sped up, but please take your time if needed. Or as long as you need to get the glue on the back of these, and then take your time as you put it on the grid paper. Make sure that those grid lines are completely covered. Alright, now I'm going to fill in these 2x2 dies with my photographs, which is really easy. I just placed the glue on the back of each one, and they fit right in the center. So remember, when cutting these, you're cutting the frame piece with cardstock or pattern paper, whichever you're using, and then when you cut your photograph, you'll keep that center part of the die only, that filler part, as I call it. Yeah, I'm just switching these photographs here. I wanted them to be placed on my page differently. Alright, so I have some small triangle spaces to fill, so I'm using this 4 triangle die. It comes in the 4x6 X Factor die set. It is very handy. Just now I was able to cut 4 triangle pieces with that orange color paper to fill in my 4x4 X Factor die. And now I'm using it again, so I have these shell photographs I used with the double X Factor die, and I had some extra room to also use the corner die. Since these orange triangle pieces are really small, I'm going to use my Xyron Create a Sticker machine. For me, it's much easier to use than the Dotto repositionable glue. So basically, the Create a Sticker machine makes your small dies into stickers, and for me, it is much easier to get them on your layout that way. One of my triangles got loose. That happens sometimes, so make sure you put an adequate amount of glue down to make sure you don't lose any pieces like that. Alright, now I'm going to be adding my shelf photographs. So I did I was able to add the glue on these ones since the photographs stick together. I'm able to just glue them on the back. So don't separate them until right before you're going to put them on the page. So because as you can see, you can add the glue on the back of the photographs and then take them apart and add them to your page. So yeah, I really like that 4 triangle die to fill in these X Factor spaces. It makes it much easier and quicker versus if you roll that entire die each time. Alright, so I have this last one here that I'm filling in with my shell photograph. Alright, and my page is now complete. Alright, now we have reached the end of the demo. As you can see, this is a beautiful page. I think this is one of my favorite layouts from this year because I just love that diamond shape, and right after I filled in the 4x4 die with those orange triangles, it just looks amazing and complete. So definitely give the double X Factor die a try if you really love the X Factor dies. It's a great one. Again, if you're getting tired, maybe your page is starting to look the same, this is a great addition to the X Factor collection. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really enjoyed making this page, and I hope you enjoy using this die at home as well. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or feedback about the video, and don't forget to subscribe. We put out a new demo every week, and we want you to be able to have this amazing resource of video tutorials. So check them out, subscribe. Alright, so I hope you enjoy scrapbooking at home, and I'll see you next time.